Hi everyone, this is Leigh Gasses with Marianas Press bringing you another episode of Beyond the Game. So this month we are joined by some members of the U23 men's national team, U20 women's team, U17 men's and women's national team, and Coach Jireh Yobech. So yes, can you guys just introduce yourselves please? Thank you for joining us.
So yes, my name is Leland DeLeon Guerrero and I am a defender for the national team.
My name is Nolan Yawakl and I am also a defender.
My name is Julie Chavez, and I'm also a defender.
My name is Summer Manahani, and I am a winger for the NMI women's national team.
My name is Arston Tagabo, and I am a striker.
My name is Aiden Camacho and I'm a defender as well.
My name is Aubrey White, and I'm a midfielder.
My name is Alyssa Berlanga, and I'm a midfielder. A defender.
And my name is Jireh Yobech. I'm U17 head coach and U23 assistant coach.
Okay, great. Thank you very much for joining us. So let's start off with the U23 team. You guys just got back from competing, debuting in the U23 division at AFC. You guys did really well, but you guys went up against powerhouses, so that was such a feat, right? But even with the results like not being a win, but what can you say about the performance? What can you say about that growth with that games?
So challenging the big teams like China and Australia, I feel like we came into the game with confidence, and I saw that our team really improved, especially from remembering when we challenged them back in U17s. We challenged China, Australia. The score was way more higher. So to see that we lessened the score, especially holding China to 1-0 in the first half, I feel like our team really improved.
Awesome. So what was that mentality that you guys were heading into it, since you guys also did, some of you guys competed against them already previously? What was that mentality heading into it now?
So we challenged them before, but for the U23s, we know that their preparation was much more higher. They work more harder growing up. So I'd say that we still had to keep that challenger mentality.
Okay, thank you, Nolan. So what lessons could you take from that match that you guys just had?
Honestly, I'd say for big international matches, we need a lot of preparation. And even though we tried to prepare as much as we could, we still needed to prepare more or harder.
Okay, so what do you think about you guys' performance as a whole, and what does it mean to the future of CNMI soccer? I mean, you guys are basically the future, so what can you say about that?
I feel like we definitely improved from before, like what Lilan was saying, but we still have a long way to go.
Awesome, thank you. Okay, Julie, so moving on to the women's team, the historic win that you guys have for AFC for the first time for NMI. Congrats on that. So with you, what was going on in your mind, personally, as that final whistle blew and then you guys realized you had just won a match?
I would say that our hard work really paid off. Everyone in the teams, off and off the field, everyone's commitment, dedication, and hard work was really put onto it. And when the final whistle blew, I say everyone was just proud of giving it their all. And yeah.
Nice. So you guys basically grew up playing soccer, I don't know what age, but pretty young until now, right? So a lot of you guys also moved on, graduated, and your sister Caitlin also just graduated high school and she's off to college now. What was that like, sharing that moment with her on the pitch before she moved on to college?
I say I'm very grateful of playing games with her because I learned a lot from her as well. Not everyone gets to play the same sport as their siblings, so I say that, and yeah, just very grateful.
Okay, thank you. Summer, so what does that win mean to you personally?
Well, it's really special for me. I'm very grateful. I've actually had to miss our previous tournaments due to injury, so just being able to represent the CNMI and being there with the team was really special for me, and yeah.
So what was that moment like, being able to share that win with that group of team that you guys had at that time?
Yeah, so it was really special. The whole experience was really special. We all worked really hard to be able to experience that moment, and so it was just really nice to be able to see how our hard work paid off, and yeah.
Okay, thank you, Arston. So this is different in the way that we usually interview players and teams that have already played, but these young players are going to play. So they're coming up. The U17 men's team is playing in November, so November 22 to 30, right, Coach? So it will actually also be kind of like the first time that they'll be playing 5 matches. So that's pretty grueling. I think you guys are used to maybe 3, 4, right? So this would be a big debut for you guys, competing 5 matches. So Arston, with that, playing 5 matches in one tournament is for the first time, it's a huge test, right? So how are you, yourself, preparing mentally and physically for that load?
To be honest, I just train hard, eat hard, sleep hard, and pray hard.
And with that training, what do you do specifically to really prepare?
We run a lot, practice our playmaking, yeah.
How often do you guys practice?
3 times a week.
Nice. So what do you think will be the biggest learning opportunity from competing against Vietnam, Malaysia, Singapore?
I think it'll make the boys realize that the CNMI soccer is not as good as the rest, but it will still make them want to play.
Is it your first time to, you yourself, first time to compete in AFC?
Yes.
Yeah? So how is that? How's your feeling heading towards that?
A little nervous.
But what's your mentality heading into it?
Just try my best.
Great, thank you. Aiden, so how about you? What do you see this tournament helping the team as a whole grow in the long run?
I think our team has a lot of young players, especially that have not played off island yet. So I think this is going to be a good eye opener for them, because they're going to see international talent and kind of push them to train harder to try and get to their level.
How about you personally? What's your background? Have you competed on this stage before? What do you bring to the table for your team?
I've had experience playing off island, so I think I can at least bring a little help, give them advice if they need. So.
Nice. So with that, what are you guys trying to prove to yourselves, to the team, to the community, to the nations out there that you guys are competing with? What are you guys trying to prove out there?
We're just trying to prove that we can compete with them, not just go out there and just play and lose, but we want to try and at least get a win out there and show them that we can actually hang with them.
What are you looking forward to personally?
I mean, I get to challenge new countries that haven't tried challenging yet, so I think it'll be fun.
Awesome. Thank you. Best of luck.
Thank you.
Aubrey, hi. So you guys are also, your games are coming up quite soon though, in October, October 13 to 17. Nice. So you guys are also debuting against powerhouses, Australia and then Singapore. So for you, Aubrey, what's that? It will be your first time. How are you feeling heading into it to compete against those powerhouses?
More than anything, excited. Since we're a new and young team, it's our first AFC U17. We're just excited to get more experience out of it and grow the girls' part of NMI.
So, what part of your game are you focusing on so you could bring them to those matches?
Just focusing on what I can control, like my attitude, how I play, how I can help my teammates.
So, what's your mentality like for that match coming up?
Do my best.
Okay, thank you. Best of luck. Hi. So, what does this mean to you to represent the CNMI on this stage?
It really means a lot because growing up, I've been playing soccer, and my dream was to always play for the NMI team. So this really means a lot to me.
Nice. Could you just talk about a little bit about your background? How'd you start? Or where'd you start playing soccer? How old?
I started playing soccer when I was in kindergarten, which was 6 years old. And going on, I've started from JNA to the U15 girls division to where I'm at right now.
Nice. So being on this level now, on this, I feel like the biggest stage within our region, AFC. What are you guys, or you personally, what are you trying to prove to everybody out there about what CNMI can do?
We're trying to prove that we can compete with other people even if our island's really small. We want to prove them that the CNMI has a challenge for them.
Nice. So you guys are pretty young yourselves, right? But I know there are younger generations looking up to you guys. You guys basically were at their stage, and then you guys went up to where you are now. What can you say to the younger generation that's watching you guys compete?
To not give up, to keep going, even if it's difficult or challenging, to just not give up and pray for guidance and protection.
Awesome. Thank you guys so much. Best of luck. We won't be hearing the last from you guys. There'll be more. So just keep, striving and putting NMI on the map for soccer, right? So great job for the program and to you guys. So Coach, would just like to wrap it up. Can you just talk about your background in the program? How long have you been coaching?
Well, coaching, I've only been coaching for, I think, just over 3 years. But I've been involved with NMI and NMI teams for, to be honest, since the beginning of NMIFA. I was playing when we first started organizing leagues in 2005. And,
so it's like 20 years,
yes,
right?
MVP. Yeah, I play with Nolan and Leland and some of the boys there. Yeah, I've seen a lot of these players grow up. I've seen the development of a lot of these players, but I've also seen the development of a lot of football infrastructure, which I think sometimes we take a little bit for granted. For example, when we first started playing, we were playing on AMP, and there was rebar sticking out of the ground, and we're trying to organize a league, playing on Hopwood and the state of Hopwood, and also at a gym as well. But now that we have these facilities, we have 2 full-size turf pitches, we have an additional smaller one. I think the infrastructure that NMIFA has been able to bring up has paid dividends in their development and their progression on the international stage. So I think that's one thing that I'm really proud about.
Awesome. So from your perspective, sharing all of that, what progress have you seen in CNMI soccer that you are kind of like the highlight for you?
In terms of like on the pitch performances, stuff like that. Yeah, I think for us success looks very different than a lot of countries. We're playing against Australia. You guys are playing against. We're going to be playing against Vietnam, Malaysia. We're playing against countries that have their populations are in the millions, or in the case of China, in the billions, and we have roughly 45,000 people to compete. So. If we're looking strictly at the numbers themselves, I think it'd be really easy to write us off, and I think a lot of countries do. But I think the pride that we have as a nation exceeds that assumption that we cannot compete. And so I think the mentality from the players is that we don't want to be just participants, we want to be competitors. And I think the U20s, for example, are showing that on the world stage, beating some good teams. And so the men's side of things is a little bit more difficult. I think the ceiling of men's football is quite high. And so we're doing our best to bridge the gap. But For us, a 10-0 result against China is a good result, but maybe for another team, it's a disaster result. So we try to look in between the score lines to see where the successes are, and I think a lot of it comes down to the mentality and the professionalism of the players themselves. If we can instill good professionalism in the players themselves, then if they don't pursue football in the future, then at the very least they're going to be capable adults afterwards.
Awesome. Are you following any of the teams that are heading out?
Yeah, so I travel with the U23s with Leland and Nolan here. We were in Japan for like a week and a half for training camp, which was really good. Then we went to China to compete. We had a training camp in Japan, which we were exposed to some really good teams. Had some good moments, but ultimately we weren't able to get a win in that time in Japan. But stuff like that just exposes exposes the teams and the players to high level play, which is exactly what we need. We can only do so much with the population that we have here, so more training camps is going to be very, very vital.
Right. So it's like this year is the 20th anniversary of NMIFA, right? And some of these kids are not even 20.
Yeah.
So
I don't think anyone.
yeah, so like, right, to put things into perspective, like where you guys started until where you guys are now.
Yeah.
So what message can you give to the younger generations that are also working their way up and dreaming big to also compete at the stage that they are at?
Yeah. So yeah, we do, U17 isn't the youngest age group that we have. We have U15s and we have the JNA program. But there's also U8s, U10s, U12s competitive leagues. I think for any aspiring international athlete, I think there needs to be an understanding of the little things matter. I think here it's very easy to be maybe distracted by different things if you have different stuff on your agenda. We have athletes that are, they play multiple sports, and so maybe their attention is divided. But if you want to succeed in the sport, I think we've seen with other countries that you have to dedicate your time solely to football. Otherwise, we just don't have the time to make up the gap in skill to them. So I think, the little things matter.
Awesome. So thank you guys for your time. Keep putting CNMI on the map, and best of luck for your guys' next competitions. All right. So thank you guys for tuning in. Stay tuned for the next episode of Beyond the Game with me, Leigh Gassis, here at Marianas Press. Thank you.